We are on the third week of PTR testing for 11.1 right now, and they just implemented the updated tier set for Enhancement Shaman. The 2 set is a very simple damage buff for Stormstrike, Lava Lash, and Doom Winds. I think it's nothing notable and probably not worth tracking, but it is quite powerful numerically. The 4 set, however, has a lot of different components. Firstly, whenever you spend Maelstrom, you have a 1% chance per Maelstrom spent to proc a mini Doom Winds that lasts 4 seconds. It seems to be difficult to plan around this happening because it is random, so I think the most you can do with it is just enjoy some free Maelstrom and Doom Winds damage every now and then. The second part of this tier set is that each tick of Doom Winds buffs your next Crash Lightning by 24%, and this stacks up to 120%. As it can hold 10 stacks, that means you can store up to 2 Crash Lightnings worth of buff stacks before you overcap. Doom Winds ticks approximately once per second, meaning your 8-second Doom Winds gives you 8 to 9 stacks, and your mini 4-second Doom Winds gives you 4 to 5 stacks. These stacks last 30 seconds, and because you gain them so infrequently, there is no real rush to press Crash Lightning, and you will rarely overcap just by doing your normal rotation. The third part is just a generic 50% increase to Crash Lightning damage on the mob that you are targeting for some extra priority damage. I think this is still weaker on single target than just pressing Stormstrike, but the global is definitely a lot stronger for when you have to press it. And it is quite powerful for priority target damage. This tier set feels enjoyable and fun to play with. In terms of numerical strength, I think the 2 set contributes a lot to single target, while the 4 set contributes a lot to AoE. Crash Lightning is topping my damage in every Stormbringer dungeon and also doing way more than it did before for Totemic. On single target, it's not that great, doing between 3 to 5% of your damage, but the globals that you do spend on it seem to be quite efficient, doing 1 to 2 mil plus per 5 stack Crash Lightning. And in terms of balance between hero talents, the tier set seems to work well for both builds. I think it does favor Stormbringer more, however, Totemic still makes use of it regardless. Now, to talk about non-tier set related things, a lot of people have been asking me about Totemic versus Stormbringer, and I think that both builds are looking relatively equal right now on PTR, both in M+ and Raid. I did 2 double enhanced keys today where we both played a different hero tree, and we seem to do equal damage in both keys. The talent build I have settled on for Stormbringer M+ is this dogless build. Because of how much power has been taken out of dogs from the nerf and the tier set loss, I believe that you gain more damage contribution from going into Primordial Storm and simply playing no points in dogs. The main gameplay difference over last season is that you now want to press Crash Lightning off CD, and your gameplay loop revolves a lot around reducing its cooldown with Chain Lightning. For Totemic, it's similar to my previous video, where you play a Lava Lash focused build. It's been numerically nerfed a bit since then, but it was overpowered before, so it's still good. For raid builds, I think both trees are trying to play heavy into Stormstrike damage. These are some examples single target builds, but I'm not entirely confident in them. All in all, I'm still very happy with how Enhanced is turning out next season, and I am having a lot of fun playing it on PTR. It feels like they have only made improvements over last season, and we are no longer so beholden to RNG elements. And if you would like more info, make sure to watch my Twitch, as I will be streaming PTR keys every week.